Starting off with, well, maybe one with a little bit less conference championship implications. We have Ball State on the road at Northern Illinois. The Huskies are 10-point home favorites, and this game carries an over-under of 43 points. It kicks off Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. This game is played for the Bronze Stalk Trophy. Maybe not one that we're all super aware of, but hey, having been to both these schools, I 100% understand why this is the trophy. And it's also one of the coolest looking in the MAC. It's one of the more intricate in the country. If you could look up a picture of that, it's really neat. Ball State has taken this trophy home 3 of the last 4 years after a stretch of dominance by Northern Illinois. This line did open NIU minus 8.5 late last week, and it's been all in favor of the Huskies since then. After losing most of their talent in the portal this offseason, Ball State just hasn't been able to get it going. They're already eliminated from bowl contention. At this point, they're playing for pride. I don't think their APR score is going to be high enough to get them consideration should they go 5-7 and the bowl season need a couple extra participants. I don't think Ball State's going to be one of those. However, a bright spot on their offense has been Marquez Cooper. He was supposed to be a really nice injection to the offense, especially when Carson Steele left, but he's been pretty inefficient. We're talking 4.6 yards per attempt. 3.5 of those have come after contact, so his offensive line is not getting much of a push whatsoever, and he's only found the end zone 3 times this year. But he does go against an NIU defense that's 112th in rushing success rate. So if there's a week where Marquez Cooper is going to be able to get it going and boost that yards per attempt number, this week could definitely be one of those options. Aside from the offensive line just not getting it done, Ball State also doesn't have a threat of a passing game, so teams are able to stack the box, sell out, stop the run. Not having star tight end Brady Hunt this year has also really helped them. He has not been in the lineup. It was a will he, won't he, and then eventually they shut him down at the beginning of last month. Bowling Green, just last week, held Marquez Cooper to 0.9 yards before contact on his rushes there. Not a great look. He was kind of doing it all himself, failed to get to 100 yards against the Falcons. There is a big difference in the turnover battle as well. Ball State is 95th in giveaways, whereas Northern Illinois is just 35th. They've been taking care of the football pretty nicely this year. Ball State's also tied for the fewest takeaways in the entire FBS with Temple. So we're not talking about a consistent team that's winning the turnover battle, and you do see that in their win-loss column, especially in one-score games. They just lost a one-score game last week with a missed field goal. Northern Illinois' 6th-year quarterback, Rocky Lombardi. Those of you that have been paying attention to the game for a while, he is a mainstay here. He threw 3 picks in one game against Southern Illinois, but since then, he's only thrown 2 on the entire season outside of that game. Receiver Taven Rudolph has been a huge addition for them after missing all of last year with injury. He's electric in the offense. He's very multiple, big yak guy, and also really, really nice in the return game. One of the better returners in the entire country. So getting him back has been a nice injection into that offense. However, they're still running that offense through Ontario Brown, who's the 2nd leading rusher in the MAC. Ball State is outside the top 100 in both rush and pass EPA on defense. However, I lean Ball State with the points if you can get north of 10, even on 10 or better, I should say. NIU has been a perpetual play up and play down to their competition. They step up big. They had a nice win over Ohio, and then they drop a disgusting shootout to Central Michigan. So they're very dependent on who they're playing. They've only beat one team this season by more than 10 points, that being Akron. It's a projected low-scoring game, so the play's on the underdog for me. It's Ball State at 10.5 or better.